Welcome to the Literally First Class podcast, where I will teach you how to overcome anxiety and achieve somatic success. I'm your host, Keri Ford. I'm a somatic success and holistic life coach here to bring humor, insight, and wisdom to the modern day woman that wants to feel alive in her daily life. You ready? Come on, I saved you a seat in first class. Because I know you're not tired of hearing about my boobs at this point, half year later, let's do another Explant update. These are symptoms that were the most unexpected after Explant surgery. I don't know why I didn't consider this. You know, you get to the point where you do research around looking at pictures of before and after. You know that you're going into surgery with the hopes of feeling better or to remove certain symptoms, but you don't think about having some different symptoms as a result of your body now detoxing from the silicone. Now, this is my journey, my body, my own healing. Everyone is so different. I still get DMs to this day, and women are like, hey, it's been 4 weeks since my surgery, and I still have some symptoms. I felt great at first, but now I'm noticing I still have some of these things. Is that normal? Like, how long is this going to take me to heal? And the answer is, as long as healing takes. I don't know. Like, there are so many factors. How healthy were you going into surgery? What was your diet like? Were you exercising or not? How long did you have the implants? Were there complications with the implants? How about surgery trauma? That's why I created that breast explant guide, which we'll link below. It's a free guide that guides you through a release ceremony energetically and emotionally so that you can go into surgery with peace and calm and come out with peace and calm. Because how we go into that is also how we come out of that. And a lot of people have a lot of trauma around anesthesia and surgery. And so if you're a wreck and your nervous system is on the fritz going into that, it's going to be a lot harder afterward coming out of it. There's also, again, the emotional component that I just mentioned around the identity shift. You know, I feel fully healed from releasing any identity around the breast implants. I think there was only one day that I was like, oh, I kind of miss the implants. I kind of miss like that Playboy look. I miss having those big boobs. Was a very fleeting thought, let me tell you, because the payoff has been so amazing. I have been able to wear things that I couldn't wear before, which is exciting because they can be like low cut and I don't have to worry about a nipple falling out. Or I can wear things that actually button because I'm 5 feet tall and very petite. And before it wasn't proportional. A double D with a 5 foot, body, that's not proportional. It doesn't make sense for shirts. I also am so happy that I can wear things that are kind of baggy and I don't also look like I am with child. That's incredibly helpful as well. So there's been a lot of benefits aesthetically, but also I think I've had one migraine, maybe two, and that's in a half year after I was having them twice a month at least for 4 days long. Now, if I have a slight headache, again, I've had two migraines, which is amazing. I'll take that every day, all day, over getting them twice a month. I've had 2 migraines and I've had just a handful of little baby headaches. And honestly, it's either because I haven't slept enough, I'm dehydrated, or I'm near my cycle or I'm on my cycle. And so it's hormonal. And that gives me so much peace because I was in a lot of pain. So let's talk about symptoms that I've experienced that I didn't expect to have as a result now of the detoxing. So you've probably heard me talk about it. And if you didn't notice, Cenegenics is one of our brand sponsors, and they're a sponsor for a reason. I am telling you, I think that my body would be detoxing way worse or way more inefficiently had I not partnered with Cenegenics for my longevity healthcare. Holy crap. If you have not booked a call just to even see if it's a fit, or even just to get your blood work taken and do like their base program through Cenegenics, you can find that link in the show notes. You need to go do that right now. They have 20% off on for all of my listeners and on all of their services, and they do concierge high-level medicine. It's not covered by insurance. It is such incredible healthcare. You'll have a full body scan. You'll get your blood work. You'll see if there's inflammation in your body. They'll know exactly how to supplement you and based on your blood work and your deficiencies and your detox protocol, like I can't say enough good things. And I promise this isn't like some crazy pitch. I'm living proof. I am like an actual patient of them. I chose to partner with them. There's a reason you've never heard me talk about a brand partner before. I only have 2 brand partners. It's Cenegenics and Journey to Financial Freedom, and they both sponsor the show. But I only use products and brand partner with products that I use and that I believe in. So you can go back and listen to like one of the, how that even came about, because I've known about Cenegenics. I used to work for them like 10 years ago, more than that now. Anyway, Cenegenics has changed my life, honestly. Their protocol is a game changer. I honestly, I think I would have gotten COVID had I not been on their protocol. Again, this is just my body and my collective, variables, but I think that I would have gotten COVID when Jake had it a couple months ago if I was not on this protocol. I think my body would be taking a longer time to heal because I'll be 40 this year. I think I would just have a harder time overall. So I am beyond grateful for just the knowledge and awareness that has offered me, like a really deep look at the inside out of my body and what's actually going on as a result of the implants, but also like what to do with that. This episode is presented by Journey to Financial Freedom. In the last few months, I've been working with JFF, Journey to Financial Freedom, to take my finances to the next level. And to say I've experienced a transformation in the way I see money would be an absolute understatement. With JFF, it's not just about managing money. It's quite literally about getting to the root of your relationship with money so that you can amplify your financial success in both life and business. The financial strategies they provided me were simple and powerful, and after staying consistent for the last few months, I can already see the compound effect taking over. So if you're ready to unlock financial abundance in your life and business just like me, JFF is offering our listeners a complimentary assessment call. Do yourself a favor and click the link in the show notes below to book yours today. And right on cue, we have a leaf blower. Can you hear that? That is so ridiculous. Anyway, we shall carry on. So some symptoms that I didn't expect to have were skin breakouts. I don't have oily skin. I don't often break out. And here's the weird part. The breakouts are on my chest and on my back. It's like these massive areas of skin. It's bumpy, almost like an eczema. Again, I don't have eczema. I don't ever have skin things. So I was like, well, what has changed? Honestly, it feels like my body is detoxing. So I have had small little dry bumps, if you will. It's not a rash. They aren't pimples, but they feel like the bumps of pimples and they are super annoying. So I just need to do a little extra exfoliation and be patient. And it's not all the time. It seems like it comes in waves, but it is bizarre. What a strange thing to have as the result of your body detoxing. But it makes sense, right? Your skin is the largest organ. So of course, it is going to expel all of these things. And I think because of the protocol I'm on with Cenegenics, it is doing it at a rapid rate. So that's symptom number 1. Number 2, I cannot detect when I'm going to get my period anymore. What a weird feeling. It used to come like clockwork, but the thing that was really on point was I would spend, it was like 10 days of PMS. It sometimes was a week of PMS symptoms like breast tenderness and soreness, like really bad, crazy cramps, feeling bloated for a week to 10 days prior. Then I would have a few days before my cycle where nothing would happen. And I'm like, is it coming? Is it happening? Like, what's going on here? And then it would come like on the day it was due. And it was extremely heavy and it was very, very painful. Now it is thrown off by a couple days, I think because my body is hormonally adjusting. But there's no cramps, there's no breast tenderness, there's no pain, there's no anything. It's almost like I'll feel a little like, ooh, is that a cramp? And then I'll get it. It's weird. And I don't feel disconnected from my body. It just feels a little unpredictable with my cycle right now. That was symptom number 2 that I did not expect. Super weird. Number 3, I did not expect to have continued neck complications. Here's what I'll say. I don't have the neck pain that I had all the time, 24/7, like I did when I had implants. As you know, I suffered from a brachial plexus injury. You can Google TOS, brachial plexus. It's taking a long time, I feel like, for my body to kind of come back into alignment. So I'm doing all the things through Cenegenics. They have this very specific postural assessment. And so based on my posture, my neck's misalignment, because it was out of alignment for 7 years, I have specific stretches that I am prescribed to do to open up and realign my body and really bring back some range of motion that wasn't there because it couldn't be there. My body had to anatomically rearrange itself just to accommodate the implant. The implant goes under the muscle. What do you think happens? Like a double D, 350, 375 cc's under the muscle, there's only so much space in your body for it to go. So things have to move and rearrange to accommodate that. And unfortunately, over the past 7 years, things didn't arrange in the best of ways. So we're kind of undoing that, and my body is almost still responding as if there's an implant there. I just don't have the constant pressure on the nerve branch anymore and the constant aching chronic pain. There are still some aches, but it's not near where it was. And it's mostly just frustration that my neck is still actually out of alignment. So it's, we're doing everything we can to reverse it, and it's going to take some time. Symptom number 4, I knew that I was out of shape when I got the implants out simply because it was so hard to maintain any regular schedule with fitness. And the reason is because I was having those 4-day migraines. And so every time I would go to the gym and think this is the week that I'm coming back, like the redemption, if you will, I would get thrown off again because then I'd get a migraine, or then I'd be PMSing for 10 days and I'd be in excruciating pain or achiness. And I would wake up not feeling refreshed. And it just was like this. I just felt like I could not lift my head up out of water that I was drowning in. So fast forward, I've basically had to start at square one. I didn't expect the healing to take so long. Now, I only had one incision, and that was the bottom under the breast. Other people have other incisions. It just totally depends on your breast anatomy, the surgeries you've had prior, if any, and what your doctor thinks best for, your aesthetics that you desire, but also your health. And so there's so many factors at play, but I only had one incision. Granted, it was a large one to recover from. But, you're messing with muscles, and that affects your ability to lift, do overhead things. My range of motion, I would say, is 99% there, like an arm overhead or, like a open fly on the chest, type thing. That's 99% there. That no longer feels tight and kind of weird and disconnected, if you will. But the part that was challenging was coming back to full weights, like working out chest in the gym, working out, period. Just in general, I was wildly out of shape. So it's taken me a little bit longer to be patient with my body and get my strength back, and also my conditioning. This episode is presented by Cenegenics. I recently partnered with the leader in the performance health age management industry, Cenegenics. Today's healthcare system is made to treat people with health problems, not prevent them. And that is where Cenegenics comes in. They are the world's best age management health solution, fueled by sophisticated data, advanced technology like the Brainwavy and the DEXA scan I mentioned, and metabolic science. This is for busy women at the peak of their career who also want to achieve peak performance, both cognitively and physically, using a physician-led program that is completely custom to your history, biomarkers, and needs. They've helped more than 49,000 executives, just like me and you, elevate health, reduce stress, and optimize body composition. So we not only look good, but we feel good at any age and any level of leadership. As a brand partner, Cenegenics is offering listeners a free 10-minute consultation to see if the Performance Health program is your next step in elite health. Use my link below in the show notes to book. Which leads me to the next unexpected thing, number 5. Man, old habits die hard, so challenging. So I got totally out of sync with going to the gym, which means I also got out of sync with all the things that come with that. Your routine with charging your Apple, your watch, your getting your water bottle ready, like putting your gym clothes on, and like, where do I do this in the day? It's like completely starting over, which is bizarre because I'm an ex-fitness competitor and fitness model. Really wild, really strange for me to feel like I am starting over with not just my actual level of fitness, but my whole fitness routine. So it's like, okay, this week I feel like I did well with the workouts, but didn't do so great with the water. Or this week I did really great with water, but shit, I forgot to take my supplements twice this week. Or I did great with the supplements, the water, and the workouts, but I underate this morning. I forgot, I've skipped breakfast and I forgot lunch. And then I was doing my overeating at dinner type thing. So you're like, oh my gosh, that has probably been super frustrating because life is gonna life. And I've gotten into different routines and patterns, of course, where I wasn't working out. And so creating those associations all over again has been challenging. It's been hard. Yeah. Okay, symptom number 6. This is the last one. It kind of goes with the skin thing. Right around where the drains were on the side, my body did not like the silicone. Maybe it wasn't silicone. It's the sticky tape. It's the adhesive that they put over the incision. So my body did okay with it, but then the last few days I removed it because I started breaking out in a rash as a reaction to the glue in the tape. And unfortunately, on one side, I still have some of that, but it also still feels like it's simultaneously part of the detoxing with the skin. It's just a little different than like my chest and back because it's actually itchy. So that's another strange symptom that I didn't expect. Otherwise, overall, I've still had to move a little bit slower. I'm not 100% back in terms of, again, strength and speed and doing all the things like propping myself up out of bed or lifting the weights I was lifting or being fully, back full speed. And that could be due to a lack of routine before all of this happened. But thankfully, I have the right support with Cenegenics. I mean, everything is prescribed. They give me like a fitness coach, so I have accountability. And thank God, because I almost don't trust myself to not do it right now. I need and want that extra accountability. And I'll admit, at times it's felt like, gosh, should I overcommit because this is such a busy building season in my business? And yet, it's always going to be a busy building season in my business because we have a big vision of who we're going to serve and what we're bringing to you this year. And that's always going to remain a constant as long as I'm an entrepreneur. So how can I make this work with my life and my leadership in what feels balanced to me and what feels good? So we've landed around 3 workouts a week, of course, with room for improvement in multiple categories, but I'm human. And I think that's sort of the disappointing reality is I know I still have time on this goal that I have to be in the best shape of my life by 40, but I also have to listen to my body. And I can't just come out of the gates like throwing around 20-pound dumbbells like I was, pre-surgery or when I was at the peak of fitness, even comparing my fitness journey now to my fitness journey when I was a competitor. Life is different. I have different challenges. I have different commitments, and it's a different season. So all of that combined to say, no regrets. Do the surgery, but those have been my experiences so far. And go book a call with Cenegenics. Like seriously, just go check it out. At the very least, just get your blood work done. It has been instrumental in my healing and my accountability for like this whole detox process. And thanks for staying tuned on all of these. If you've made it this far on all of my podcast episodes or even just my Explant episodes, I'm really glad that you're here. I hope you find it encouraging. I've really loved receiving messages and texts from friends or people I don't even know that said I gave them the courage to go through with the surgery and they realized that they needed these things out and that things aren't so bad on the other side. In fact, they're fucking fantastic. So go get your implants out. I promise you it's the best thing I ever did for my health. And there's a renewed sense of energy that I have and hope for what's to come the rest of this year. Because if this is how I feel now, I can only imagine it gets better. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Literally First Class. Keep it first class.
I hope you enjoyed your flight, and I'll see you on board again soon.
Seriously, though, thanks for listening. If you're ready to take this work deeper and upgrade your mind, I want to invite you to join us inside my Millionaire Mindset program. This is where you'll start using my guided meditations to help you overcome anxiety and experience even more abundance. When you join, you'll have access to my entire audio library. Head over to elevatewithkeri.com and we'll see you inside.